Hi, I'm Rocco and welcome to StoryMakers. My guest today is Kate DiCamillo, two-time Newberry Medalist, former National Ambassador for Young People's Literature, author of many books you've probably already read, and author of Ferris. Welcome, Kate. Did I forget anything?
No, you forgot nothing.
People are saying Ferris is a ghost story. Is it a ghost story?
It's a love story, and it's a story about raccoons and families and chandeliers. It's a story about music and stars and the history of the world. So it is not just a ghost story. It's a story about everything.
Are you like Ferris in any way, or were you like Ferris in any way growing up?
Yes, I bear more than passing resemblance to Ferris. I love dogs, and there's a wonderful dog in the story named Boomer. And I have had the great gift of good friends. And like Ferris, I love music and the stars. And also like Ferris, I have found myself in situations that I didn't quite know how to get out of. The thing about Ferris that I love so much and that I was able to give to her and then also give to the kid that I was is this complete loving family. And so in an odd way, Ferris is almost a gift to my child self. Ferris was born at the fairground in a sudden rush, right below the Ferris wheel. So her real name is Emma Phineas Wilkie, but she got the nickname Ferris because of where she was born. And when she was born, it was Charisse who caught her when she came out into the world. And they both think that Ferris remembers this, even though everybody says that's impossible. But Ferris has felt loved from the minute she arrived and Charisse caught her.
Well, I had a nickname growing up, and it was Rocky. So, Kate, do you have a nickname?
Several nicknames. One of them is Pippi. That is what my friends here call me. And then I'm good friends with another writer named Ann Patchett, and she calls me Fluffy.
In the book, we learn many new words because her fourth grade teacher, Mrs. Milk, introduces many words in the class. For example, ludicrous, which means foolish and unreasonable, gilded, which means golden, formidable, which means to inspire fear or respect. So Ferris was lucky to have her as a teacher, right?
Absolutely. Mrs. Milk gives her this great gift of words. And Ferris is really, really grateful for that because there are moments in life when knowing the right word can help you understand how you feel. And one of those moments happens in this book. I won't give it away. But that's the thing, the beautiful thing about the right word and the gift of words is it can help us understand our own experience or somebody else's experience.
Another word we learn in the book is monomaniacal, which means interested in only one thing. That describes her sister, Pinky, perfectly because she wants to be an outlaw. Yeah, tell us about that.
Absolutely. She embodies the word monomaniacal because it's not that she just wants to be an outlaw. Later on, she becomes obsessed with Houdini. And so she goes from monomania to monomania. I will not tell you whether or not she is successful at being an outlaw because I don't want to give any spoilers, but I will say that Pinky is formidable.
Another word we learn in the book is foreboding, which means a feeling that something terrible is going to happen. Charisse, Ferris's grandmother, often sees a ghost in her room. Tell us, what happens? No spoilers, but tell us.
I won't tell you what happens, but I will tell you that Ferris never sees the ghost. But I will also tell you this. The ghost ultimately speaks to Charisse and gives her a message. And while that goes with the word foreboding, it also goes with the word light and possibility. So that's all I'll say about it.
The ghost scares Ferris's dog Boomer.
Boomer is very terrified of the ghost in general. And then there is also a particular scene in which he lets out a howl. And that could be the ghost, or that could be something else.
Kate, are you a cat or a dog person? I'm going to guess that you're a dog person.
I am a dog person. And, you know, I'm allergic to cats, but I'm also constitutionally just dogs make more sense to me. I'm sure that if I had a cat and I was not allergic, I would love the cat, but my first choice is always dogs.
Can you tell me the number of dogs you've had?
Oh, wow. My very first dog was a standard poodle named Nanette. And then when I was in college, I had a little dog named Lucy. And then I went to Henry and now Ramona. So were you counting, as I said, all of that?
It seems you've had 4 dogs, and the last one being Ramona. What comes to mind is Beverly Cleary, but where did the name Ramona come from?
Oh, we all know exactly where the name Ramona came from. Ramona Quimby, Ramona the Pest, Beverly Cleary's incomparable child, Ramona. And Ramona the dog bears more than a passing resemblance to Ramona the Pest, I have to say.
Mrs. Milk had a cat named Samuel Clemens. Samuel Clemens is the real name for Mark Twain. His nom de plume was Mark Twain. So viewers, if you could choose a nom de plume for yourself, what would that be?
Do you have an idea for what you would use as your pen name?
I think my nom de plume would be Rocky Raccoon. I can't wait to see what the pen names of our viewers will be. Thank you so much for taking time. Oh, I read somewhere, Kate, that you write 500 words a day?
It depends. I don't think of it in words. I think of it more in pages. So I will do 2 pages a day. Sometimes they're double spaced and sometimes they're single spaced. So you can see why I don't do it by words. I do it by pages.
Have you written your 2 pages yet?
Rocco, I have written my 2 pages. I've been up since 5:30 and the writing is done.
Thank you so much for being here today.
I had the best time and I'm going to be thinking about my pen name for a while. And I hope all of y'all think about your pen names too. Rocco, thank you.
So remember, until next time, read a book in any format.